So let's just get this on. Hey Vin, thanks for tuning in. My whole body is so goddamn sore right now, I swear. So which file was it? It was this one, right? Yeah. I could actually play the New Game Plus 2 one, because I made it to New Game Plus 2 last night. No, I played for a bit just to beat the final boss on New Game Plus. It was okay. So where were we going? Wait, let's consult the Stargazer. So who do we need to talk to? Okay, Geppetto, yeah, he's gonna give us the key, I think. He's gonna give us the key to Rosa, Isabelle Street. I have to be mindful of the NPC quests, because I realized when I was doing my New Game Plus playthrough, it's easy to miss stuff,
You're
very
back.
easy.
But why not go to Antonia? I always remember.
This, I thought it was lost forever. I had no idea the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. To think that you have brought it back to me. Forgive a foolish old man his memories. Memories of a happier time, my son. I know just where to hang it in the hotel.
So that painting is basically, this is the key to getting one of the secret weapons in the game, and we are going to go for that very shortly. Just give me a second, huh? Okay, so let us... Do we have any consumable souls? Oh, wala na, no? Just the boss ones. Well, the boss one, actually.
Hurry up. I heard Rosa Isabelle. I feel.
Rosa Isabelle Street is a bit of a tricky one. Do I have any quartz? I think I should have some quartz, right? Oh, gee, I should have checked before doing anything, shouldn't I?
Welcome.
The NPC whom we'll need to give this to is in the next area as well, so we might as well. Okay, sorry, I'm checking messages offline or online, depending on how you look at it, intermittently. So, a few pauses in gameplay here and there. Just checking on some stuff. Well, we want to get more of this, right? What can we enhance with attack? Mahina volume. Oh, I'm not sure. Baka maingay lang sa place mo. It might be that. Because I'm speaking at my usual volume and I'm using the same headset that I always use, so I don't imagine it's a hardware issue on my end. Possibly. I could very well be wrong. Okay. I can't remember where the damn door is. I think it's this way. Yeah, Vin, it's no rush. I appreciate you watching even while you're on vacation. That's, you know, I really appreciate that. This next area is tricky. The boss is hard. It's probably the hardest in the whole game for me. Even harder than the second to the last boss, to be perfectly honest. I find the area boss here really difficult, like super difficult. He has two phases, and the second phase is just so different from the first. Like it's an entirely different fight mechanically, and it's just, I hate it. I absolutely loathe that fight. If there was any way to avoid it, I would. I mean, if there was like a glitch way to skip it, I would, 100%.
The entertainment district. You might call it extravagant. Operas, operettas, street concerts, all running 24/7.
And the lack of healing, too.
Corday, the singer in the red dress. Oh, she was the most famous of them all. The legendary prima donna. Well, I'm sure she's still alive, so while the past tense makes sense, it's getting a little depressing.
And they introduce a lot of new mob types, like stronger versions of previous enemies. So it's really a pain in the ass. I think I've gotten a bit better at perfect guarding, just because playing it on New Game Plus and New Game Plus 2 made it almost mandatory for you to be able to perfect guard half decently. I'm still not great at it, but a little bit better.
They're demons. They won't give us a moment's peace. Even an elderly lady like me. They wouldn't even let the dead rest if they had the petrification disease. Drives a lady to drink, it does. Which reminds me, I could use a proper tipple. There's a wine called La Bleuie. When I was younger,
that's how it's pronounced. I never listened to the dialogue, so it's La Bleuie, because I just call it La Bluey whenever I play through the game. I couldn't be bothered to listen to the voice acting. I didn't give enough of a shit about it, honestly. And it's not that the voice acting was bad, mind you, it's just that I didn't care. I mean, there was so little to care about for me that I was just like, yeah, whatever. In terms of like the character development, right, of the NPCs, the plot development is great. Don't get me wrong. It's the character development of the NPCs that I was just a bit taken aback by. I was like, yeah, nothing really groundbreaking here. Well, yeah, the names are kind of weird, right? La Blue. La Blue. How do you open this? I don't remember this door. Maybe that's, yeah, that's later, I think. Once you get to the other side of the street, I think. I could very well be wrong. Just give me a second. Parang title ng anime. Yeah. Wait, wasn't that La Blue Girl? I'm thinking of something else, I'm sorry. Di ba La Blue Girl yun? I remember watching that when I was in high school. Oh, crap. Whew. Yeah, the suicide robots. Oh my god. Can I get flagged for using the word suicide? Like for calling them suicide robots? Can I get flagged for that? It's what they are. They're basically like, oh my god, these midget ones. They can take a lot of hits, huh? Mind you, they can take a lot of hits. And there's always a lot of them, too. There's always a lot, yeah, it's what I can't stand is there's so many of them. La Bluey. Okay. Sorry, oh, dear, I missed this in my New Game Plus playthrough. What was in this? I got it the first time around, though. Ah, okay, Legion plug, so it lets me craft, Legion arms. Rosa, Isabelle Street, there's one humanoid mini-boss, one puppet mini-boss, and then there's the area boss. The whole map is tough, right? It also introduces a new status ailment, which is really annoying. It's called Disruption, and I swear it's probably the most busted thing in this game. It's probably one of the most annoying status ailments that I've ever had to deal with in a game. Like, it's just absolutely horrible. So basically what Disruption does is it builds up gradually as you take hits or are exposed to it. And when it builds up, you die. Like, you just die instantly. You're dead. Like, it doesn't deal a percentage of your life in damage. It doesn't, you know, leave you with 1 health. It kills you. It just instantly kills you. It's probably the most busted ass thing in this game, I swear. And you know the worst part is the final boss can inflict that ailment on you. Like the final mandatory boss of the game, he has that ability to inflict. Oh crap! No, wrong guy. Wrong guy. Okay. How do we deal with this? Okay, let's just kite them over here. Which they aren't coming, are they? Oh my god! They're not gonna come, are they? Oh my god, oh! Wow. That was unfair, that was really unfair. That was hella unfair. I don't remember that part being... Well, then again, with a strength playthrough, it's a little bit easier to deal with crap like that. Starting to wonder if I'm better off just using the rapier for this one. Like, this is good for boss fights, but apart from that, ooh. My grandmother just messaged asking when I'm visiting, when I have money. I swear, the holidays cleaned me out. Okay, yank. Okay. Why was there 2 of them earlier, though? Was that a glitch? Oh, no, there is 2 of them. Okay. I didn't realize there were 2 of them. I always thought there was just 1. Huh. Intriguing. Dude, Sobra. Same here. It was money well spent, though. Don't get me wrong. I have no regrets, but my bank account is crying. Oh, aray ko po. Oh. Whew. We gotta heal. We're gonna die. Oh my god, we are gonna die. Wait a minute. We're gonna need to throw something at these guys. Okay, that should pretty much deal with him. And huli ka, Balboy. There we go. Okay. Ooh, nice. Dropped consumable echo. $2K for a Tuhog festival does not sound very fun. That sounds very expensive for Tuhog. Dancer's curved blade is actually a nice dex weapon as well. Here's the real pain in the bum, right? There is a mini boss right here, and it's a humanoid one, so I can't really say I'm very excited to have to fight it. Malakas siya, she deals a lot of damage. So we're gonna top up our health now and just deal with her.
What a beautiful puppet you are. I can hear your springs even if you try to hide
At least
them.
oh my god.
Musicians have keen ears, you know. Would you like to
She's
sing
up there,
me
pala.
like your friends? Let's have an encore performance of Pain. I dedicate this performance to my sister Adelina.
Oy, daya. Well, she's using the rapier, which is good. Kasi medyo telegraph yung attack. But that doesn't help me parry, does it?
You stole my sister from me.
She can also riposte. No, she has like a counter stance. Ayun na. Oh, hindi ka na backstab. Yun.
You stole my sister from me, rotten puppets.
At least you can just sort of circle straight for her, right? I guess that's a good thing. Oh, ouch. Yeah. Okay, so not too bad, not too bad. I don't feel too crappy about that. At least it didn't drain my resources. Diba? The animation to backstab is pretty silly. We can open a few shortcuts now, and there's a Stargazer up in the next area, which is good kasi there's a boss na kakalabanin natin, and he's a real pain in the bum. Like, really difficult to beat. I don't particularly enjoy fighting that one. It's called the Mad Clown Puppet, something like that. Really, really tough guy. Not tough, but he deals a lot of damage, and he can take a lot as well. The good thing is you can sort of kite him into an open area, so it's a little bit that I'm using that very loosely. You know, it's a little like marginally easier to deal with them. We'll make it to the part where we open the shortcut before we invest in leveling up. This guy gives you a mini quest.
You're walking. My wife's body lies on Rosa Isabelle Street. There was a fire, and I know she's gone, but would you bring me her belongings? Then I'd have something to remember her by. Thank you. Her body, I miss her.
We'll find the body very easily. It's along the way. So not too fussed about that. This part's a bit of a pain though, just because of how tough some of the enemies are. Like that's the only reason why this area is difficult. Because with all these bloody ambush attacks, right? You'd think the spear would have better range than that, right? Alam mo, Vin, it's funny. Sa Grand Blue, there's a lot of characters who have big-ass weapons, like pole arms, spears, lances, and stuff like that, no? Pero, lahat sila na naka-pole arm dun, like super stubby normals. Like, really stubby normals. Anre and, what's his face? The other dude. Grimnir. Yung parang wind guy. Which, lahat ng normals nila super short range. I don't get it. I just don't. The notion just eludes me. Yeah, Zeta's another one, right? But Zeta can play like a comfortable mid-range game because of her far medium and her projectiles. Like her projectiles are good. Her projectile rather, she has one, right? It's good because you can delay it, so it kind of throws yung spot dodge timing off, no? Ah, shucks, there's a mini boss na pala at the end of this, like a, not mini boss, but like an elite enemy. Elites are like the extra tanky mofos. Ranged combos, yeah. This guy. Gotta keep this guy. We're dealing okay damage because we're using this busted ass weapon, right? It's like super powerful, crazy strong weapon. We haven't even upgraded this to +3, it's still +2 from our last playthrough. So yeah, that's pretty nuts. Cool, got another quartz, which is good. I think there's 30 or 31. Yeah, +2 pa rin I have. I don't progress the stream file, which is this one, unless I'm actually on stream. So not even farming for echoes, or ergo rather. No, I just carry on with the game whenever I'm on stream. So that opens up one shortcut, so we can double back. And then we're going to progress normally na through that next area. The next area is a bit tricky, and there are some really strong mobs along the way. But I think we should be able to make it to the next Stargazer without much difficulty. It's not overly difficult, but it's not a walk in the park either, mind you. It can be a bit tricky, pero I'm familiar more or less with the enemy types in the area, so I kinda know how to deal with them. Alright, so we're gonna go this way now. The game relies a lot, and this is a gameplay flaw that I only realized after beating the game a couple of times. The game relies a lot on ambushes, right? Dark Souls had that, but it wasn't too heavily reliant on it. Like, there was enough of a challenge even if you're not getting ambushed by enemies left, right, and center. Here, the only time it's ever obnoxiously difficult is if you get ambushed. Oh crap, forgot. And these ones. Yeah, like these overly powerful enemies, you know, yung mga sobrang baboy bumawas. Ah. Gotcha. Okay, now she dies. So Elden Ring, yeah, those invisible buggers, no? Pero that was just one area, and they were sort of like hidden bosses, diba? Yung Black Knife people. Okay, let's give this doll something to do, which is die and give me echoes. I swear, I have to stop calling it echoes. It's ergo, Marco. It's ergo. This isn't bloody Bloodborne, right? The puppet string is extra helpful here. To be perfectly honest, it's stupidly helpful in this area. It just lets you clear the mob so easily. This was the door that leads back to the first Stargazer. Yeah, diba? The puppet string is crazy good, and especially once you get the plunging attack, the follow-up attack that it has. There's an ambush here, I remember. Something comes out of one of the doors. Not here. Especially when you get the ability that refills your sub-weapon use every time you kill an enemy. Yung level 2 nun, wala eh. You yank the enemy and kill it, and you get that charge back, basically. It's crazy. But yeah, yung sinasabi ko about Elden Ring, oh my god. Not relying too heavily on ambushes. No? Dito kasi parang, kung alam mo na kung nasan yung enemy, you're not gonna have a hard time with the ambush anymore. Like, as long as you don't get hit by it. Kasi once you get hit by it, parang combo attack sila lagi eh. But in Elden Ring, they don't rely on that kind of gimmick too much. So, in that sense, I consider it a positive. There's an ambush here, though. Ah. Umag. And the next area is another ambush. Yeah, sa Elden Ring, hindi lang ambush. It's a whole bunch of other nonsense that they're gonna pull on you. This area is a pain because there's a lot of these guys. I don't know. So usually a weapon with a sweeping or slashing attack is way better for dealing with these guys. But I want to line them up so I can sort of spork them all. There you go. I think it's another weapon hidden here. I can't remember. Ah, no, it's a frame that makes us too heavy. No, we don't want to use that. We will later. Lobster crab. Oh yeah, the crabs that spit water at you. I think dead
the
wife.
black dress? But it's just a puppet?
Yeah, there's a lot of people here with like doll fetishes, right? It's so weird. But this actually ties into another character's story arc, so I'm actually going to go ahead with it. This was the locked door at the very beginning. Ayun, we can get our weapon up to +3 now. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it to the next bonfire na muna, no? To the next Stargazer. Kasi yung next Stargazer is where the boss is, like the mini boss I was talking about, the clown guy. Yeah, he's the one who pushes that boulder. Chobits, oh. There's no way in hell we're beating this guy with one charge of healing remaining. He is gonna absolutely rip us a new one. So we need to get to the bonfire here before he aggroes on us. Kasi otherwise hindi natin matatouch yung Stargazer. Please don't turn red, please don't turn red. Yes! Okay, now we can die. Diba? Angas nung ano dito eh, nung animation nung pag-sharpen ng weapon. Okay, this is the next area, Rosa, Isabelle. The Estella Opera House. So we're near the area boss, actually. We'll just go... And actually, let's pick up a few stuff na muna para sulit yung punta natin sa hotel. I used the downtime during loading to reply to my grandmother. I find it awfully sweet that she's asking when I'm going to be visiting. Had to tell her it'll probably be next weekend because I am recovering from a ridiculous amount of spending, so... Yeah, very possibly. I'm sure she didn't miss the mess, though. I'm a very messy cook. Extremely messy. No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
My Melody, our marriage should have been filled with joy. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned she's a puppet. But she was real to me.
Salpicao and mashed potatoes it was.
Soul inside her. Others laughed at me, but I knew the truth. Maybe I'm crazy.
Yeah, let's just... This is a lie playthrough, so we're lying to everyone we can.
She was... Even... I'm... Please. She was my one true love.
It's kind of creepy, though, like the way they express their affections for puppets. And he's not the only one, right? There was that mom with a baby doll for a puppet, for the baby puppet for a daughter, and she was going blind already because her eyesight was failing, diba? So yeah, it's pretty nuts. We want to play a record, no? Yeah. I use oyster sauce, so I get the garlic in a bit of oil, no, and then I toast it, and then once it's toasty, I take it out, and then I put the sauce and everything, right? Cook the beef separately and then incorporate it into the sauce is what I usually do. But I make mine spicy though. Yeah, we were here to listen to the record, no? Kasi listening to the record boosts your humanity as well. So we need to listen to it in its entirety, which sucks, right? So that means I'm stuck standing about here doing, you know, nothing for 3 minutes. Level up. I want to get my capacity up. 30 is... Actually, it goes all the way up to 40, I think, before it starts to cap out. Let's get our capacity a bit higher, maybe. No, let's go for raw. Raw damage is what we want to do. And then I want to upgrade the puppet string. The puppet string won't matter until I can get the plunging attack, though. Yeah, and so I need three more Legion calibers. For you to get, diba nabanggit mo yung white hair, for you to get the white hair mode, no, which allows us to get a secret weapon towards the end of the game, you need to lie to everyone and boost your humanity. So that's why I need to listen to all the records. I need to lie to everyone I talk to. I need to play the bloody piano every chance I get. No, it's crazy. It's just ridiculous the amount of jumping through hoops that I need to do. So yeah, that lets you get yung white hair na yun. Humanity is what they call it. It's really weird stuff, bro. It's really weird. Like, I don't even get it. Yeah, the concept just eludes me. Tapos as you lie, mapapansin mo yung ilong nung puppet, ano na to, hahaba. And then when it starts to glow golden after you've lied to enough people, it basically gives you the weapon. It's a great weapon too. Really nice. Okay, let's see. What do we get? Increases pulse cells. Okay, we need this, definitely. Okay. So now we have 7 charges, which is essential. But the music is really good, right? You listen to it and it's really well composed. It's nice. Hindi ka masyadong manghihinayang eh. It's just, I don't like standing around wasting 3 minutes of my life just being here, you know, doing nothing basically. This looks pretty neat. I like this. This looks pretty neat. It looks very gentlemanly too, but yeah, there you go. I don't know. It gives you the ergo is whispering. Diba? And it's a mix of genres really that they have. Ang galing. They have like they really compose the music very well. It's very heavily classically influenced. Basta parang pasok siya dun sa period where the game is set. No, which I like. Kasi I don't like games that are set in like say 1800s, 1900s, and then yung music is like heavy rock. Parang what? Diba? So I like that it's that they did it this way. Okay, this guy. Let's kite him here. I don't want to fight him in like a tight enclosed space because he's really hard, mind you. He's not easy. He's not easy to beat. Ay, hayop ka. Okay, I think we got him at the top. Oh. That is bullshit racing. Yeah, it is. Ay, sus. Oh, God. Ugh. It's like every time I'm going to try to get him in a charge attack, he does that. It's so unfair. Finally. Bugger. I got him dito palang hirap na tayo. We're going to have problems with the area boss. We are going to have some major problems with the area boss. Oh my god. The timing on that is so weird. Oh, sus, it's a different attack. What the hell? Is this a joke? Oh my goodness. You know, speed and weight si Bob. Speed and weight. Bugger this guy. You know, I'm genuinely curious as to what shock does to puppet enemies. I honestly, sincerely have no idea. Like, I really do not know. Wish I did, because I try to inflict puppet enemies with that status ailment, no? Okay, so we need to move away because he has a follow-up. I keep forgetting. You can see why I'm bad at fighting games, right? Because I can't remember these bloody patterns to save my life. Yon. Okay, this is going a little bit better than it was earlier. Knob. Oh, forgot about that. Okay. Oh, I thought it was the projectile again, damn it. Ang daya niya, pucha. Gotcha, bugger. Okay, patay na to. Okay. We can actually go back and get a few items, but I don't even want to anymore. Let's just go into the next area, clear stuff. I hate this guy. Now, the next area is tricky. Like I said, it introduces that new status ailment, right? The one called Disruption. There's also some really strong enemy types inside. There's quite a few of those, like, elite mobs. Jesus Christ, I cannot straighten out my arms. They're absolutely bloody killing me. Okay, these puppets, the trick to them is kite them out, because if they have those strings attached to them, those gold strings that you see, they can inflict you with disruption. And disruption, like I said, it instantly kills you, right? But when they don't have those gold strings, this is actually a great place to farm for Ergo. Kasi the Puppet Master is actually up here. They're not that difficult to kill, actually. You just have to be very clever about how you attack them. So that scream attack, it builds up disruption if you're hit, right? So see, they're fairly straightforward to kill, and then you want to kill the one on the other side as well. This area isn't long, pero it's kind of confusing. Like, even if I've cleared the game a few times, this area still gets me a bit confused. There's also a lot of stuff you can miss, so you want to be very thorough, because there's actually some really good stuff in this area. We should probably get our weapon up to +3 na rin pala, no? I forgot that was what we were going to do when we went back to the hotel. So let's wait for them to do the scream attack. They always open with that. And then we get 2 thrusts in. And they're dead. It's really weird when this happens. Like, all of a sudden on screen, it's like all the chats all at once. It's so weird. Like, I swear, I don't understand why why the game does that, or why the PlayStation does that. Because I stream straight off of the YouTube sync on my on the PlayStation. Okay, where was it that I was going? There's like a side room that we need to go to here. Ah, here, dito siya, I think. Or was it upstairs? Ah, here. Okay. I swear, this game really gets so confusing. Or this area, specifically. You'll also notice they're tankier when they have the puppet strings attached. Mas makunat sila. And the disruption builds up really quick, too. So you need to be extra careful. And hindi na sa stagger itong mga hayop na to, right? It's really annoying. And you can't pull them either, oh, diba? So talk about stacking the deck against you. Dito palang ubos na yung ano ko. Okay, now we can deal with this pain in the bum. God, that was annoying. So there's several areas here, side areas, that we want to make sure we sweep and we do not miss, right? Anyway, what we're gonna do is we're just not going to exit until we've gotten everything. I think this is quartz or something. Or a Vanini box, I can't remember. Technique amulet, really? I'm so bad with the item placements in this game. No, the tranny puppet. Thankfully, he's really slow. He's very prone to doing that, right? Boom. Hey, cool, you dropped a Crescent Moonstone. So Crescent Moonstones are, these are upgrade materials, right, for regular weapons. So I think we can get a weapon to plus, like, 6 now, or something. Oh, this is locked? Ah. Oh. Wait, this area opens the shortcut back to the beginning, I think. This is actually the boss room already. So we can go straight to the area boss, but of course we do not want to do that, right? Important thing is we've opened the shortcut. What we're going to try to do now is unlock all the other areas that we haven't really unlocked. Lots of mob types and stuff. Looking forward to us just traipsing in there. Exploding pickaxe is actually great for strength builds. Like, that's one of the coolest weapons that you could get. So we're gonna go back to that room with the swinging, flaming chandelier, because there is an item for us to get there when we go down. We're gonna have to fall into that pit, is the catch, right? We're gonna have to go down here. And this leads to some really nasty surprises. This is a Trinity room. Can you delay the backstab? Yes, pero you need to be able to you need to have the skill that lets you prolong yung duration that they stay staggered for it to be viable. No, so yun yung mahirap. You have to delay it a little bit. You have to have that status upgrade before that becomes a viable strategy. Otherwise, you're going to miss the opportunity to inflict the backstab. Now, this is tricky because there's two guys with guns out here. Oh no, wait, this isn't the area yet. This is the other shortcut area. But once we go outside, there's going to be two guys with guns. And that's where it gets really annoying, because they do a lot of damage. That's another one of these puppet buggers. Oh my god. Buhay pa yung puppet master ba? Ah, upstairs. Nuts. Really? Oh, that is just absolutely insane. Come on. Where's the puppet master? Uy, ang lakas. Oh my god, one more hit and I'm gonna end up disrupted. Okay, no. Okay, there we go. Dude, for a guy with no legs, he moves really fast. Okay. That sounded very ableist, I'm sorry, but yeah, for a guy with no legs, he does move fast. Ayun, we can buy the nice dagger already. The one with a high crit. Pulcinella. Oh, it's another one of those girly puppets upstairs. Let's kill it while we still have healing, I suppose. Uy. Oh. No, let me heal. Oi, 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 why is he running? Oi. Oi, why is he using the wheel so much? Dude, why is he using the wheel so much? Oh my god, naubos yung healing ko. And there's another one of those puppet people. There. Oh my god. Does she summon? Because if she doesn't, I'm just gonna run past her and into the next room. Oh Christ, she does summon. The ads here are annoying, but there's an item here that we need, so we may as well get it. And it leads to the shortcut outside. So this is like the last thing that we need. The catch is, the next part is there's two of those guys with guns, right? Wait, why can't I use the ladder? Okay, there. There's two of those guys with guns, right? And we don't have any healing left, so that's not good. I'm just gonna open it and suicide run. Ah, looks like we don't need to suicide run. We actually made it. Cool. Okay, we're back outside the opera house now, and we've basically swept the entire area. Ah, no, we haven't. We haven't met the opera singer. The next boss, admittedly, I probably am going to have to summon, because she's really tough. Like, she's one of those bosses that I just can't stand fighting. He, rather, sorry. It's the Puppet King. There's, here it is, yep, this area. So this room... And that door's locked. Then we need to make it to the other side of that room. See? And then the woman in there is going to ask for an apple. That's why I bought it earlier. Here. It's the sister of the girl kanina, the girl in white who attacked
You're
us.
not a puppet. Are you here to listen to my music? I can't sing anymore. This petrification disease took away my songs. Riddles. I was fooled by him. He said this place was a shelter. Patricia, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, the girl in white with a rapier.
Oh, Patricia, I'm parched.
Give her the apple.
I can't stop death from taking me, Trisha. I coveted your voice. If I can't match it, then even if I have to break you... Adelina Corday, I know it's wrong.
So yeah, these people are all messed up, right? I wish you could kill them, but you can't. So yeah, that's the entire area leading up to the boss. We are going to go back, level up, upgrade our weapon, and then we are gonna try to take on the boss. Mahirap yung boss. Like, I mean it. Genuinely a tough fight, right? And unfortunately, I can't see any way to make it easier. I don't see how I could potentially make that fight easier on myself. Apart from leveling up or grinding levels, I can't see how I am going to make that fight any easier. The next area is even tougher. The boss is a real pain in the bum. Champion Victor. He's just one of those guys, right? Like, really challenging bugger.
Welcome to...
Let's sell some stuff. Oh, we didn't loot that much, did we? We could have sworn we had more stuff. to use.
I know my way around.
Upgrade. Let's upgrade the fork, right? Oh dear. We can't get it +4 yet nga pala. No, mamaya pa yun. Let's give this to Pulcinella.
Master with it, you the House of Veneer.
So this lets us buy more stuff from this guy. This weapon's really good. It's really good for technique builds, for dex builds. Kasi mataas yung crit modifier nung blade. It's worth buying, probably worth upgrading as well, but I kind of fancy the rapier. Though I like the dagger for how it plays.
You're welcome.
No trouble at all. If you ever... Where does this Anarabe? Yeah, this gives you a costume.
I always will.
Vin, yun yung question mo before about can you get yung costume nung isang mini boss na yun? Yeah, that's where you get it. Oh, okay. So we're missing quite a few stuff, aren't we?
I'll use my power.
We did get a few quartzes, so we might as well use those. Let's get our technique up to 35 na lang. We want to be doing more damage. Yeah, we 100% want to be doing more damage. That's always priority. Just because the boss fights are so tough. Hindi pa mahaba yung ilong nito. Nutter. Okay. Dual wield wala. You can just have a second one. Increase cube uses, I guess, is what we want to get. Anyway, we're near the point where we can respec, so I'm okay with that. What can we boost with attack? Perfect Guard Destruction Enhanced, so this causes them to stagger faster. I guess that's something we need. And then we also want to get lower damage when discharged, because we don't have max vials just yet. Let's get this one along. And then lower stamina consumption when dashing. Oh, we don't have enough quartz. Balls. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to take on the area boss. Good luck to us. 7 charges of healing. Okay, just for pride's sake, I'm going to fight the guy first without leveling up, or without summoning. But subsequent attempts, I'm probably going to summon na para mapatay natin siya. I'll probably just clear the area boss tonight kasi medyo masakit pa talaga yung buong katawan ko. And then I'll play again tomorrow. I'm trying to have a bit more time to game this month because while it's still relatively light at work, I want to be able to make the most of my time being able to play. Once things start picking up and getting really busy, because they're adding more responsibilities to me, they're not increasing my pay, but they're adding a bit more responsibility. Yeah, I just want to be able to squeeze in as much game time as I can. Wait. I've never gotten hit by that. It would be really stupid if I did. Okay, let's go. This boss is tough, right? To say the least. The intro theatric is really good, though, I have to say. This is one of the finer intro theatrics. I thought I was gonna fight like a mob of puppets, like a fake Geppetto, pero it turned out not to be him. What I can do, Vin, is after this boss, I'll show you New Game Plus, yung changes. Kasi the changes are kind of weird, no? They add more abilities that you can unlock. Pero it's locked behind that nga, which is kind of annoying, no? So you only get access to all the skills when you're on your third playthrough. So parang, what? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. This is really creepy, right? And then all of a sudden this guy, you're like, what? Ah, the defiance. The defiance in him. This guy's tough though, God. Nag-upgrade na tayo, di ba? Parang hina pa rin natin. Oh! Oh! Oh my god. We're not doing any damage. Tapos you can't tell pa when he's gonna do two of those or just one. So, parang ang hirap lalo. So before you can counterattack, you need to wait for the next... Oh, diba? Ayun, no? Just when you think you've already got the timing right. Oh! Why did he recover? Oh my god, wala. If we're out of healing dito pa lang, we're gonna have problems. Like, we're gonna have some massive problems with the second phase. Now we're gonna have real problems, right? When I beat him the first time, I thought it was easy. And then this happened, right? And then you fight Raiden from Metal Gear Rising. It's basically Raiden with a scythe. See? He's really tough, too. His moveset is whack. And he barely has any openings. Like, you need a fast weapon to kill him. Super badass, though. It's Raiden, complete with missing eye, right? Oh dear me. Oh, did I perfect guard that? Okay. Because I'm trying to break his weapon. Ayun. Ay, may pag-asa tayo. Wait, there is hope. We might actually get him. As long as we don't get careless. Oh dear. Oh my god, ano yun? Yabang natin. We might actually get him. We might actually get him. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was rough. I mean, we played the first part really well, I think. We played the first part really well. It was after that it got a bit ugly. Yeah, that scythe, this is where you get it. Although the amulet that you can craft from his boss soul is actually better than the scythe. So I get, most of the time I get the amulets first. Wait, you know, I haven't soloed this guy, so I want to try it tonight. See if we can actually beat him. We're getting better at parrying, I think. We're just not getting better at remembering patterns is the problem. Let's wait for the second one? Oh, wala. Okay. Hindi pa natin natamaan yun. Oh! Ayan na naman yung he recovered from it. It's really unfair. I guess it's like a laser attack, right? Oh, that's 2 in a row, okay. Oh, siya tumayo agad. I swear this game has been cheating me this entire fight. It's been really stacked, right? Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh dear. Pangit yung guarding natin doon. That looks like a parry stance. How was I supposed to know? Oh god. The delay on that thing. Come on. Uli ka. Okay, I think we can kill him now. Ha! Gotcha. Finally. Finally. You bugger. Okay.
Incredible! You defeated the king!
Pretty awesome.
The puppets will have changed too, right? There's only one way to find out. Let's go backstage.
God, we get the nice costume too for doing that. This one, pretty badass. I like that. Geppetto the Manipulator. It's like all he says is, "Be a good boy."
Lose my precious son. It's risky for me just being out here. Fortunately, you didn't need my help. I'm so proud that I got to see my son defeat the king. Hopefully the lesser puppets will die down soon. Now that the king is dead, the puppets have no leader, no direction. But the curse of the petrification disease still lingers. It's tough, but I know where you should go now.
Actually, oh, that's basically what the story is.
Rumors say the alchemists there have developed a cure. As a man of invention, I'm skeptical of the alchemists, both their science and their motives. But they may be the city's last hope. Won't you help me, son? If it will help Antonia and the others.
Yeah, he gives you another charge of healing.
That one puppet could control so many others. Unlike a real king, the puppet left no heir. The remaining puppets are leader, but it's still a city beset by the petrification disease.
Okay, we can make it to the Grand Exhibition. The Grand Exhibition's a bit longer, so it's a bit more involved of a fight. If you look after you kill the king, the puppets are pretty much like dead. No, para silang tulala. And you get free backstabs on most of them. I love the music here. It's really catchy. Well, I find it really catchy. Ooh, ooh. I don't like those dogs though. They can inflict a status called break, which is kind of like paralysis.
What's going on? All these puppets look utterly down, depressed even. Well, that seems weird. That's weird, right?
Get the most loyal servant. Yeah, right. Everything's trying to kill you in this game, though.
With their king dead, they seem lost. And maybe warning him? Whatever's happening, it's like they can't tell their elbow joints from their tail sockets. I'm not even sure they can function without the king to guide them.
Yes and no. Honestly, it's not worth farming Ergo until like the very end of the game, where there's like the most efficient run. Right now there's a few efficient ones, pero it takes too long per level. Parang the jump kasi in Ergo that you gain from enemy kills here versus enemy kills in New Game Plus, ang laki. Like the most efficient farm here is an enemy that drops like 1500 Ergo. No? Okay, that sounds great, but if you think about it, that same enemy drops 6500 or 7500 rather in New Game Plus if you use the full gear for boosting the Ergo that you gain. So parang it's just more practical to speed through the NG cycles. Although again, that's largely just me. No, I can't really say 100% tama ako. God, it's this psycho again. Oh, Clock Sword, this is also pretty nice. Although it's nicer on a quality build, but the blade is pretty cool, the move set is nice. But honestly, once you have this trident, you're pretty much using it the entire game. The only other weapon that tops it is another boss weapon in like chapter 9 or 10 or something like that. Ah, Lorenzini arcade nga pala, no? Oh goodness. Okay, yeah, we can do the Lorenzini arcade before we stop, I suppose. It's not that long, it's just tricky, and it introduces another new status ailment, no? It's one called Decay. So it's... This status ailment was already introduced previously, pero here it's more prevalent kasi there's like entire areas na may decay. Oh god, lakas. Just get the items here before we go inside. The next area, Vin, actually is pretty good to farm, but only once you get like the string attack, the plunging attack that you can get dun sa ano. Actually, you know what? Come to think of it, this area is kind of long. What I'll do na lang is I'll load my New Game Plus 2 file and I'll show you like some of the more advanced stuff and the other weapons as well. Like the stuff that are later in the game. Just so you can see what the other stuff are like. Kasi medyo mataas na yung level ko dun, parang level 250 na yata ako or something with that one. These guys can steal your ergo if they grab you. So it's best to make sure you don't get grabbed. I'm just gonna get the Stargazer in this area and then I'll load the other file. Yeah, this area is like one gigantic area full of shortcuts. So we'll go back and level because there's a few people we can talk to at the hotel anyway. And then I will load up the NG Plus file, just maybe play for it until around 9:30 and then call it a night. I'll continue the game tomorrow. From this file, not from the NG Plus one. So we want to sell, right? Oh no, where did Paul and Dina go? Ah yeah, he goes outside. Because he reveals that he's in love with the old lady, right? And he asks if you've ever seen it happen before.
Welcome, good sir. At last, we speak frankly, instead of with professional reserve. I have something to confess. Something involving your unique perspective. I am a puppet whose ego has awoken. I don't know exactly why, and we need not dwell on the details. Instead, I wish to dwell on the welfare of Lady Antonia. I adore Lady Antonia. It is a presumptuous feeling, for I have no intention of putting myself forward, of course. However, thus, I need your unique perspective. Can a puppet and a human fall in love?
So here you get a chance to lie. You show him the wedding ring. If you didn't lie to Julian earlier, you wouldn't have the ring.
An unbelievable love, to be sure. With a wedding ring as its symbol. I fear even trying to pursue such a splendid happiness. I have no intention of telling her, of course. It wouldn't be proper to burden someone so frail. If I may be frank, this is better than I dared hope. Even if you were telling me a sweet lie, thank you. No matter what fate brings us, serving welcome.
Okay, so we sell the ergo that we picked up. Just be careful not to sell the boss ones. Yep, there. So that should give us enough to level. And then we can go to Alidoro and get some, get the amulet.
A great weapon calls for a great warrior.
Here, this one. All Legion arms ability, tier +1. So I can actually equip this and I'll have access to that attack now, the plunging attack. Kaso yun nga, it makes me a bit overburdened, no, heavy. So I'm gonna start leveling a bit more into, what do you call that thing?
Antonia's, I knew it would come to this. We're all me as well. I'll use my power.
Leveling up. Capacity.
Ah, I heard you defeated the King of Puppets. Ah, the puppets appear low. I fear I always welcome.
Yeah, welcome my bum. Do I have anything to appraise? Oh, wala. Okay. Wait, ano na yung equip load natin? Oh, ayun. We're below na. That's good. Because now, since all Legion arms tier went up by 1, we should have access to this already. Ayan. Ay! Wait. I was already at... Wait. I have the ring equipped. It should give me access to the plus attack. Wait, that's not fair. I should already have that. Wait. Dapat yung tier nito nasa ano na? Tier 3 na. What, is it broken? Is the ring not taking effect? It should give you the +3 one now. Arrgh. Did I just waste my ergo and my boss soul? Anywho, No, it shouldn't. That sucks. I'm gonna look it up on Reddit later and see what's going on. I'll load the New Game Plus file so you can have a look. Load here. So this is New Game Plus 2. We're in the area leading to Venini Works. So where we fight the King's Flame. Yung malaking robot na may flamethrower. So. And some of the weapons are pretty sick. I'll show you the katana. This one's really good. And I already have 5 amulet slots. Because you only gain access to the 5 amulet slots when you've completed, when you've unlocked a bit more of yung P-organ. So, this katana is pretty sick. Tignan mo. And the most disgusting part is it actually has a guard point. I don't know how to use it, like I haven't mastered it, pero look at it. Tignan mo, Wait, mahirap yung timing eh. Wait, let's keep trying. It looks really badass kasi. Ay! Ayan na. May guard points there. So every time that you do R2 and it flashes white, you gain access to that guard point. Ayan na, yung flash na ganon. That's pretty cool. Even yung triangle attack niya ganda eh. O diba? Parang ang ridiculous nung nung attack potential niya. What are the other cool stuff? That's pretty much it. The Puppet Ripper isn't that nice. The Scythe. The Scythe is basically... Yeah, hindi masyado mukhang weeby yung moveset. Walang, walang AI Jutsu stuff eh. And then you can get some ranged attacks in combos with this thing. So if you do R1 into heavy, it does that, right? So you get a bit more range out of it. I don't know. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. It isn't very powerful. This is the strength weapon that I use. The Rent. It's really good. It staggers really well. And the charge attack is invul. Tignan mo. So you're invul while you're charging it. Well, not invul. You have super armor basically. You don't take. You don't get knocked out of it. My stats here are a mix of strength and dex. So when you have a look, and 50-50 yung strength and dex ko, motivity and technique. And then I'm leveling Vit. Kasi ang lakas ng mga kalaban, I swear, they do so much damage. So much crazy damage. Let's continue on. Oh, we can give that doll later. City Hall Courtyard. Yeah, this is leading into Venini Works. No. Exactly. Yeah, that's what I like here too. The heavy weapons feel heavy. Like you can tell the difference when you use a heavy weapon and then you transition into a lighter one. Oh my god, the difficulty spike is nuts. Like you really feel that you're using a much slower weapon, and then when you transition into a dex weapon from a heavy one, you feel, hey, I'm attacking a lot faster, etc., etc. And then all of a sudden, the game just makes you realize that you're not dealing enough stagger damage. I've also increased my carrying capacity. One of the amulets that I have, Daldal ni Jiminy, we'll check.
Almost every machine and tram in Krod is supplied from here. You gotta be curious about the guy. What kind of person is he? I wish we could find him. That is, if he's still kicking.
Now we want to deal with those bomb chuckers first, right? because they're pretty. They get in the way of the fight with that guy. Yung lunge attack, yeah, yung lunge attack. No, not that one. The lunge attack of the puppet string is this. Right, crap. Oi. This. Wait, hindi siya na-stagger ah. Ayan. Diba? Very weeby. It's a very weebish move. Oh, diba? Helm breaker nung longsword. And you gain Ergo a lot faster on New Game Plus. And this is +2. So I'll show you the amulets I have equipped. So this one, it increases your damage. It stacks up to 4 times for every consecutive hit that you do within a certain period of time. So maganda siya for dex builds. Uy, crap. Kalaban pala. I'll show you after I've killed these buggers. We also want to answer the puppet, the King of Riddles riddle here. Tignan mo, hindi na ubos yung Legion arms ko. Kaso, I still need to level into capacity kasi capacity also influences equipment load. Ooh, look at that guard damage though. Ayan, so all the enemies are dead. I'll show you the amulets. This one increases the ergo that I get from killing enemies, and I also have the 3 passive ones, so I get a lot more. This one increases my attack depending on Fable slots, which is yung blue na bars na yan under my, yun yung special attack. So I have 5. I think the maximum is 6. No? This one, it just increases your health, your stamina, and your Legion arms. And then this one increases crit, although I'm not using a weapon that can crit, so I can change this to something else. I'll do this para yung perfect guards ko may sildo. Riddle crap. Human. Yeah, I just want to get the keys. Yeah, we can actually make our way into Vanini Works. But you've already seen this area, so it's nothing new. It's just funny to see how stupidly powerful the damage is now. Ramdam mo eh. Ramdam mo talaga on New Game Plus. Like, the jump in difficulty is pretty crazy. Not really difficulty, but the jump in the amount of damage that you take is nuts. It's just... why would you do that? Yeah, that was my question initially. If you're not leveling into Vit, you're just gonna die in like 2 hits. Although I think there are some enemy attacks that do a fixed percentage of your health as opposed to dealing like a numerical figure in terms of damage. Salamander blade here, which is good for elemental status builds. No? Yeah, I find it to be a lazy way of upping the difficulty. Like, just making the enemies deal more damage is pangit. No, that's why I like how God of War treated New Game Plus difficulty. They treated it well. In the sense na, wait, you know what? Let's wear the stamina boosting, what was I saying? God of War treated New Game Plus well kasi it gave the enemies new moves and new mechanics as well. So you never felt like it was just, they hit harder. Like, in God of War, you feel like, okay, there's a significant difference in how the game works, right? The game isn't just mas malakas na bumawas. The enemies have new mechanics. There's new patterns to their attacks. You need to learn. It was really well handled overall. I like what they did in God of War, and I wish that more game devs would do that instead of just increasing the amount of flat damage that enemies do. Of course, they should do that as well. That they shouldn't do away with that mechanic because, you have end game gear basically, so it's going to be too easy if there was no damage change, right? But if that was the only thing that they increased and they want to call it a challenge, it's insulting, really. Because it's not much of a challenge when you're using endgame gear already. So, and it doesn't really revitalize the playthrough. Like, what is my incentive to play the game again? May ganyan sa Starfield, they just hit harder and become bullet sponges. Diba? Yun nga, that's what I disagree with in any new game plus, right? I don't like when they just become bullet sponges. It's not fun. It's not interesting. It's not mechanically engaging. It's not, like, it doesn't justify me playing the game a second time. Unless it had a really, really good story or branching paths, right? If there's nothing to it, like in God of War, there's one ending, right? There's one ending. What is my incentive to play this game again? Why do I care? Why should I care, for that matter? Right? Let's see the strength weapon because this boss is kind of crazy. Boom! Pancake. You see, strength weapons make these kinds of bosses like obnoxiously easy. I want to use this one, because this weapon has a secret modifier. It actually increases the amount of ergo that you gain per kill. So I use it for farming ergo. 8,000 for a basic mob like that, so that's actually pretty good. But I still want to go back to using like the other weapons I got. This is the special weapon that you get for lying. It's basically Pinocchio's nose. Ah, okay, that I didn't know. I actually have Nier Automata, no? I have it for PS5. So I'm considering playing that soon. It's a good thing you reminded me. Binili ko yun sa Turkey dati to test kung gumagana yung card ko. Akala ko na block. Ano yan, no? Rich kid problems ko, no? Oh, I needed to test if my card was working, so I decided to buy a game. It was on sale, though, to be fair. I got the End of the Yorha edition. I got it for, like, less than 1,000 pesos, I think. So it was a pretty worthwhile investment, if you ask me. Thanks for reminding me, Vin. I'm actually going to download it, because I've always been curious about that game. I heard 2B is going to be the DLC for what's that game? Grand Blue? Diba? I don't know how true that is, or if it was the Grand Blue adventure RPG, ha? Baka it's not the fighting game. Kasi parang iba yata yung DLC character nung fighting game, diba? Oh wait, I can equip the... There's an amulet that you get towards the end of the game. You get it from the very final enemy of the game, the final boss. It makes you immune to status ailments. Vin, remember yung disruption na status? This amulet, tingnan mo, I'm not getting poisoned, diba? Even if I'm wading in the poison water. This amulet makes you immune to all status ailments except disruption. So affected ka pa rin ng disruption. Ganun ka jank yung game. Na the instant death mechanic, there's no way to be immune to it, no? Parang sobrang unfair. Uy, R2. Oh my god! Ba't ang lakas? Ang lakas. Oh, shucks. Buti nakahila ko. Ang lakas. Uy! Oh my god, ang lakas bumawas! Grabe, he chased me all the way back. Ang lakas, my god. Yeah, basically you don't get hit, no? Or yung mga areas later in the game na may parang fog ng disruption, you have to destroy the machine or the crystal that's emitting the fog right away. Yun yung... Wala, it's the only way to deal with it, honestly. Which sucks, no? I don't like it when the only way to deal with something is suck it up and deal with it, no? That should never be the case. There should always be a means to mitigate that risk, no? Nung one-shot potential. Even Dark Souls had a way for you to negate yung curse. The curse mechanic kasi in Dark Souls 1 was an instant kill, eh. In Dark Souls 2, it just lowered your maximum health until 50%, right? It's just the bow staff, yeah, but when you get it, it's called the golden lie, no? When you get it, it glows gold if you've lied enough. Right now, it's basically just a wooden nose, right? But yeah, it's glowing gold when you get it the first time. And then it resets to this wooden pole, like, later on. So, para kang sanwuko. Mukhang tanga lang. You want to loot? Wow, that wind up, bro. Uy, pucha, ano yun? What the hell? Ang lakas. Pag golden yung staff, does it deal more damage? Unfortunately not. You'd think it would, right? Anyone with any common sense would think it would. But yeah, it doesn't. This game has some very interesting rules to it, no? Oh my god, ang lakas nilang bumawas. Wait, we need a weapon that thrusts kasi this area is just not ideal for slashing weapons or any weapon that swings. You know what? I'm just gonna let the ball deal with these guys, right? Oh my god, I'm gonna get hit. Yeah, let's let the ball deal with them. Okay, attack me. Hey, wait, no. Well, that works. But there's another area that we want to go to. Wait, let's open the shortcut thing here. There's one shortcut here. The ladder. Well, not here, it's on the other side, but we're gonna get this one as well. Just in case we die, which we likely will. Kasi ang lakas bumawas. Did you see that? That was obscene. That was an absolute travesty, the damage that it did. And even the puppets, I'm surprised they're hitting so hard. It scares me to think what kind of damage the other bosses are going to do. Like, and then there's this wall bursting guy, right? Oi, get over here! Diba? It's like basic mobs and they're doing that kind of damage. It's insane.
I'm pleased to see you made it. Did you keep your word? Well, you carry goes for you. You're no wish.
I still buy that every time and I still have no idea what it does. Perfectly honest. No clue. Absolutely no bloody clue. We can actually kill the area boss already. In fact, I may as well. And then I'll just do the rest of the side content later. Well, not later, but, you know, another playthrough or another stream. Just so that it's not boring. Because, like, clearing the mobs, we've already cleared the mobs in this area before.
The pipe fit like a glove. Well, like a pipe.
Furry fantasy siguro yung game. Diba? Oh, wait, why did we run straight here? No. Where's Vanini? Oh, yeah, he's hiding here like a wimp. Yeah.
I have to stop them.
Dami nila naka-furry mask. Yeah, they're all in animal masks. Although it's explained in a lore note. No? It's actually explained in a lore note why they started wearing animal masks. I can't remember because I don't care. But yeah, it's actually explained in the game. Let's deal with the boss. I'm interested to see how much damage this boss does, because I'm thoroughly convinced that he's going to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Real walang pake sa lore. Hindi, kasi the lore is nice, right? But that aspect of the lore kasi felt underdeveloped, and I feel like they only made them wear masks because they were too lazy to design unique faces for them. Generally, yun naman yung dahilan eh. I mean, there's no other reason why they would not design unique faces, is they couldn't be bothered. Diba? That was the only real reason why. I'll watch the intro again just because it's kind of cool. Ayun, kita mo, you can understand what the puppets are saying na now. Diba normally parang yung subtitles niya gibberish? Oh my god, what was that? Holy crap, that damage! Oh, I can tell that the bosses are gonna be a real challenge later on. The scaling isn't commensurate to the amount of damage or power gain that you get, honestly, huh? Most games have that problem as well. Oh dear. Oh my god, okay. Looks like we're gonna have to use a heavier weapon on this guy, just so he staggers faster. That's nuts though. That damage is sick. Holy crap, why is he doing so much damage? Ay, kaya pala. I de-equipped my, my thing that reduces damage. Okay, so that was my fault, clearly. Very evidently my fault. Okay, kaya pala, I was wondering, ba't ang lakas? Na-de-equip ko yata kanina. Okay, anywho. We'll see. I mean, if we have a bit more survivability this time, then it was 100% that. Right? If we still get pancaked in one hit, then that's a different story. Yeah, diba? When you suddenly get to MR. I remember when I first played Iceborne, I was like, okay, let's farm Beatodos. He looks easy enough. And then biglang, what the heck? What is that damage? God, I hated fighting Beatodos. Ang kunat niya, him and Banbaron. Oh my god, it was crazy. Okay, so yeah, medyo mas makatarungan yung damage. Still a lot, but, it's not like earlier. Oh dear. Yeah, still makatarungan na yun kumpara naman kanina. Yeah, boy. May cheat dito eh. This thing, it makes all your guards perfect guards. It's a special grindstone that you can get at the end of the game. It's not permanent though. Like, it's good for a few whacks. But that's about it. It doesn't last permanently. Oh goodness. Wait, he farts that flame here. No. Ooh. Agoy! Oh my god, that damage, bro! Ah! Hindi ko na pari yun. Bagal na nun eh. Let's use the weeb attack. Oh my god, no! Oh yeah, definitely. It'll ruin your muscle memory if you use that weapon or that grindstone. Yung perfect guard lagi. Okay, that's it. This guy's done. Yeah. So I just equipped the club last minute para makuha ko yung souls. Okay, so that's basically it. We level up. There's still a lot we didn't do there, kanina. So we are gonna do that shortly. Comes in handy in a pinch. Yeah, it does, especially for one boss at the end of the game who has this massive, you know, like really long attack, really long attack that you need to be able to perfect guard, basically. Medyo hassle siya, honestly. If you don't perfect guard it and it's a bunch of projectiles, tapos ang last maka one shot, like if you're hit by one, you get stun locked and you eat all of the others, like 5 of them, no, nakasunod. So yeah, it's a bit painful to get hit by, but then again, at that point in the game, ideally you should be a little bit better at perfect parrying or perfect guarding. It's not as easy to time or remember as Sekiro. May mga ibang attacks that are easy, like yung kay Puppet King, yung kay Broken Hero, whatever his name was, no, yung police, the electric police officer. Medyo straightforward, right? It's not that difficult. Pero the others are crazy hard. Like, you're wondering, how am I even supposed to do that? You know, yun yung... Hey, cool, we can level again. Yeah, so we're at like, what, level 252 now? Something? 254, yeah. So, yeah. Not too shabby. I rather enjoyed it. I like the emotes, but the emotes don't make sense because there's no co-op. Like, you don't interact with other players, so I don't get the point behind them. The emotes are actually pretty cool if you look at them. Here. Like, pretty nifty. Obama babaw lang talaga kaligayahan ko. I actually like that. Stalker's Promise. Yeah. Diba? It makes no sense because there's no co-op whatsoever. You don't interact with other players. There's no multiplayer capacity to speak of. If they put even PvP, I would have actually enjoyed it. The combat mechanics are pretty rich. Especially compared to Dark Souls. Kasi weapons and weight actually matters. Tignan mo ha. Right now, my equip load is 145 units. Sa upper right, makikita mo. 145.8 units. Right? When I take this off, it's 132. So I had the katana equipped, diba? So 145.8. You use it for certain quest lines, like you have to perform a certain emote. Pero there's only like 1 or 2. No, there's 1. There's literally 1 in the entire game. No, so that doesn't make sense either. Medyo dumb. So have a look. Now let's look at an item that you would imagine in real life is magaan, a dagger. No, it's a knife. It's basically a knife. Right? So I'm at 145.8 right now. When I equip this, I jump to 151.7 units. Diba? It's crazy. It's just dumb. No? And then even amulets, like, let's say I take this and replace it with another one, it actually increases my weight so significantly. So if I remove the amulet that increases my carrying capacity, when I wear this from 141.7, biglang I'm at 156. One amulet weighs more than a weapon. It weighs more than a weapon. No? It increased my weight by 15 units, whereas a weapon only increased it by like 10. Diba? Granted, this is a pretty busted amulet because it negates status ailments. Pero, diba? Oh, and you only get 5 amulet slots on New Game Plus 2. So, dude, diba? Parang napaka ano niya. Like, the way they balanced it is just weird. And I don't think they're going to fix it. Hopefully they do, but they should. They should, because it makes absolutely no sense. It's immersion breaking. It ruins the fun. And then here's the killer, no? if you want to have multiple weapons equipped, you need to have the carrier amulet. This, no? Otherwise, you can't. You're gonna go overburdened. And the penalty for overburdening here is steep. It's absolutely steep. Like, look, huh? Look at how I recover stamina. This is kapag under 60% yung equip load ko. Mabilis, diba? But if I'm suddenly above 60%, look at how slow it is after a 4-hit combo. Sobrang noticeable, diba? So parang, okay. So why are you giving me the option to carry 2 and then later even 3 weapons if you're gonna penalize me so heavily for carrying them in the first place? So it basically forces you to play with 1 weapon equipped at any point in time. Diba? And you always have to stay under 60%. So parang yun yung gripe ko sa game. Right? That's my biggest complaint about the game. It wants you to have it, like it gives you options for diversity in gameplay, but then it just creates that ability, diba? That disability for you. Okay, why bother having 2 weapons? Just for diversity in attacks, no? Like let's say, lalo na if you're using elemental weapons. So this is a fire weapon, and this is a shock weapon, right? Fire works great on fleshy enemies, like humans and carcasses, zombie type enemies. So this is great against them. It sucks against them. It takes so long for them to burn. But then if I'm dealing with a puppet enemy, I want to have this equipped, so I can deal shock damage, you know? So that's the point behind having 2 weapons. If I was going for a purely physical build, what I probably would want to do is I'd have a thrusting weapon. So I'd have a thrusting weapon and I'd have a slashing weapon if I was going for like a dex build. So if I'm in a tight area, I'd use my thrusting weapon. Yeah. So I'm not colliding with a wall. I'll use my thrusting weapon. And then I'd use my slashing weapon for areas where it's medyo mas wide. Or if there's multiple enemies and I want to hit multiple enemies at the same time. Now, can you combo those 2 weapons? No, you cannot. Right, that's the worst part. You can't. I'm going to the hotel so that I can show you what I mean. Elemental interactions wala rin. So it's not like Neo na if you apply 2 elemental status effects, you apply a new status called Confused, where they take like 1.75% damage or something like that. No. There's nothing like that in this game. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, and I very well could be wrong, if I'm not mistaken, one status actually cancels out the other. So if you apply one status effect and then you apply another, it actually negates the other one that you just applied. So they don't stack, right? As far as I can tell, you know, like I said, I could very well be wrong. Let's test that theory, you know.
I know my way around.
Just before I finish for the day, you know. That's not even axe. Cool. I have that axe. I leveled it up. Here it is. And then we want to attack the boosted blade. Oh, no. I forget. Let's see what happens that. So, if I afflict this guy with decay, yeah, so he's decayed now. If I start attacking and try to burn, no overwriting decay, diba? So there's not even a point to it, diba? Which is kind of dumb. The good thing about burn is they take more damage from fire overall. So when you apply burn, you keep hitting and doing more damage. Problem is puppets take forever to burn. Oh. Oh, strange. Naririnig mo pa ako now. Is it any better now? Oh, okay. So, yeah. Apparently, nawala yung mic ko. Testing. I've adjusted it. Could you confirm if it's any better now? Is the mic any better? Okay, there. Cool. Yep, it has been confirmed. All right. So, Vin, what I was explaining is basically how the status ailments work. So I'm gonna afflict this thing with decay, right? So you'll see it when the numbers turn green, turn dark green. Yan. Yan, diba? Now I'm gonna burn him and see if we can get double that effect. Instead, what happens is it gets overwritten, diba? So you can't apply two status ailments at the same time, apparently. He still has that visual effect, but it seems to get overwritten, is my point, no? Which is pretty stupid if you think about it. I would prefer that you're able to apply both simultaneously. It would be a lot nicer if you could, or if there was like a unique interaction, like if you afflict them with decay, they take even more fire damage because they're rotting, and rotting things burn, right? So if they had like a mechanic like that, that would make a hell of a lot more sense, and it would, you know, it would encourage you to have a bit more diversity in your weapons. Like, you're going to want to have a fast weapon, and then you're going to want to have a slow weapon on top of that, diba? Pero that's not the direction they took, and I feel like it's a missed opportunity, a significantly missed opportunity. You can also get some really silly weapon combinations. You were asking me the other night, Vin, about weapon combos or weapon combinations, and how, you know, having a different weapon head on a different handle would affect it. This is actually one of the silliest looking ones, but also one of the best combinations in the game. It's the gigantic axe head and the stubby baton handle. So this is probably one of the dumbest looking weapons in the game. It also happens to be one of the most powerful ones. So just look at that. It looks like you're holding a slab of trash, honestly. But it attacks fairly quickly for the amount of damage that it does, right? And the attack is pretty sick too. The funny thing is, there's actually a chef's cleaver in this game. It's called the Master Chef Knife. And it does a respectable amount of damage. It's, strangely enough, it's quite slow. I was expecting it would be a tad faster, but it actually wasn't. Pretty sure I maxed that one out, didn't I? Oh no, apparently I didn't. Yeah, the saw thing in Bloodborne, diba? Yung, what do you call that thing? The whirligig saw. So this is the meat cleaver, basically. So it's a faster version of it, right? It does slashing attacks. So the moveset is dictated by the handle, and the weapon art is basically dictated by the blade. So that's pretty neat. No, that's the one thing about the weapon crafting system that I like, is you can put a certain blade on a certain handle. So like, let's say I want to get, like, let's say I want to have like a flaming thing, right? Like, I want to have this, but I want to have the moveset of you can do rapier stabs with a hammerhead. Actually, you can. It's interesting that you mentioned that. So the closest thing to a hammer is this, right? The coil Mjolnir head. And then if I put the rapier handle on it, which I think I should be able to do. Oh goodness, I don't have the wintry rapier. I didn't buy it. No, I didn't buy it sa simula. Okay. Kaya pala sabi, kulang pa yung weapons ko. I didn't buy it. So let's get another thrusting weapon. Where's that? Halberd. There's a halberd thingy here. Here you go. I should have two of those. So. One bit here. So this is a silly looking thing, right? So it's basically a spear with a hammer tip, and then you do thrusty attacks. But then, yeah, there's like that upswing. It's like a meat tenderizer, if you look at it, diba? Wait, let's go to the view. Oh wait, how did I view that earlier? here. And watch them meet tenderizer. But yeah, it's pretty silly, the kind of stuff that you can, kind of combinations you can come up with. But the scaling of the weapon is dictated by the handle. That's the last piece I'm going to explain. The scaling of the weapon is dependent on the handle. So if, let's say, I want to scale a certain blade off of advanced, right? So let's pick one that I actually maxed out. Here. So this is a great blade to scale off of Dex. So I want to attach it to something that scales well with Dex. But the thing is, my stats are balanced, people. So let's just put it on something like Booster Glaive handle. I just need to find it. Where is that thing? Booster Glaive. Oh, here. So this is actually a really fun combination because the Booster Glaive moveset is nice. And you get the Booster Glaive very early in the game. You can get it in that poison pit that we skipped earlier. So it looks cool. And it has a nice charging attack too. See? It's really fast. And it does a lot of stagger damage. So with a weapon like this, you get like the best of everything. You get really fast attacks that are faster. And you get a nice charge attack. And the best part is, you also get that decrease the stamina consumption weapon art. And then if you use the charged L1 weapon art, you get the right? So you get something like this. So this is actually a really good combination to use. There are a lot of like interesting weapon combinations you can sort of come up with. It's overcompensating, yeah, it is, diba? This is actually a fun weapon too. It's an umbrella. You can get this early on. You get it from the electric cop guy from his boss soul. It's an umbrella with the rapier moveset. And boss weapons pala, you can't disassemble them. No, so walang blade in handle pa. So the thrust attack is 2 hits. I don't know if it has a guard point though. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a guard point. It has some interesting attacks. You can charge it for that opening umbrella attack. That's the final one. And then you get this weird guard that guards everything. Yeah, the boss weapons just can't rearrange it. So yeah, this thing has this really weird guard, right? So yeah. It's just a funny looking one and it scales well. This is the one that you get from one of the harder bosses in the game. Yung weapon na may just frame, wala. Yun lang, yung guard points na pinakita ko sa inyo. This one has some really interesting stuff with it. So that's a bit of a range. Toss it. The audio dipped again, did it? That's weird. That's very strange. I'm just going to show one last weapon, which is the weapon that... Oh, that's really strange. Hello? Testing. Let's try that again. Adjust mic level. There. How about now? Is it any better now? I increased the mic pickup volume just a smidge. Hopefully it's a little bit better. I'm just going to explain one last weapon, which is the weapon that you get from the optional final boss of the game, right? So this one's called Proof of Humanity. There you go. Thanks, Ina. So this one's called Proof of Humanity. It's the weapon of the final boss, the optional final boss. It's really sick. It has like one of the most badass movesets, no? And it has like a phantom second blade. So if you start doing like the two-handed or the heavy attack, you get that. Yeah. And the triangle attack on it is just absolutely nuts. It's super sick, right? So yeah, this is a really good weapon. You can get it at the very end of the game. I like it. It's fun. It scales off of both strength and dex, so motivity and technique. Yeah, dude, super ganda niya, but here's the catch, right? The soul that you use to create this weapon, you have to choose. Do I create this weapon or do I create the amulet that negates all status ailments? Kasi you get it from the same boss, right? That's the tricky part, no? Now, why did I do the amulet first? I did the amulet first because it makes certain portions of the game so much easier when you don't have to worry about being afflicted with a status ailment. It's that simple. Of course, having to kill that final boss on New Game Plus was not fun. He was really difficult. But yeah, it was a get good scenario for me, pretty much. This thing actually crits quite a lot. Does it? It also has an increased critical rate pala. Okay, so it's a pretty jank busted weapon. Okay. You know, it has increased crit, and since it attacks so fast, and it has that second attack, you can get some pretty disgusting damage off of it. Okay. This is a really sick weapon. Wait, one last, I'm gonna test Pinocchio's nose. I can't remember what it does. Nothing really impressive, apparently. Whoa, what was that? Oh, that was pretty neat. I've never seen that before. It doesn't do jack, though. I don't, like, what was the point? Let's read it. Ano yung ginagawa niya? Storm attack, and what is the other one? Furious golden hits. Swing your weapon to attack and defend simultaneously. Ah, okay. So it guards. Okay, so let's try that. Ah, okay. That's interesting. Oo nga, no? So it counts as guarding when you're doing it. Let's try it on a red attack. Ah, oo nga, no? So it lets you sort of attack and defend at the same time. Okay. Well, the good thing is you can actually get it as early as Chapter 9. Yeah, may iframe, and it doesn't look like you're taking damage, so it's like legit iframes. It's not like other weapons like the wrench, the one I showed you earlier, where you just sort of power through the attack. Look. You know. And then you just smack him after. Yun, parang wala talagang bawas. So that's very strange, you know? It's only now that I tested the different weapon combinations, honestly. I like the Dancer Sword. Pretty neat. But there's really no point to using this unless you haven't already gotten your Proof of Humanity. Like, it's just such a good weapon. It's just such a good weapon. I think I'm going to roll with this. I mean, I worked for it. I may as well use it. I wish there were better hats, though. I mean, I don't want to look like a dog. I certainly do not want to look like a donkey. Right, this one's kind of acceptable. I kind of like this. You look like a black and white mouse. The owl is pretty neat, too. Looks like Olkadan from Soul Calibur. This is probably my favorite one. You get this. Who the hell would want to wear that? Same with this. It looks like an Egyptian cat. Yeah, the top hat's neat, right? You get this at the beginning of the game, though. I don't know what I did to earn it, but it's the Alchemist hat. Which is funny, because you get the Alchemist suit at the very end of the game for completing a character quest line. So yung katerno niyan is this, which is actually really sick. It looks really cool. Oh, diba? Very dapper fella. I like this one too. This was nice. Gives off a really sinister vibe. This is also cool. Actually, all the costumes are pretty neat. It's the headgear that just really stinks, right? But yeah, I think I'm gonna rock this look. And then the accessories. I wish there were more face accessories. I mean, why would I want to do this though? Like, why? This certainly does not look good though. This might be acceptable, but I kind of wish they gave like a more serious set of stuff, and it would be nice if there were other collectibles, no? To hide your lying nose. That's the thing, no? With lying, it's the portrait na humahaba yung nose. Like, your actual nose doesn't get longer. When I finish this game on stream, then there's actually a lore theory that I do not want to spoil, but when I finish it and we watch the ending together, I am going to show you, and I'm going to talk to you about that lore theory that people have, no? Because the ending is amazing. It's like I'm very seldom impressed by video game endings. This was actually a really good one. Just because of the way it sets everything up. Now, assuming that the studio actually pulls through, because if I'm not mistaken, this game started as like a Kickstarter, no? Which is not a great way for a game to start. I kind of wish that they made a lot of money on this, because I want this to pan out. I want them to actually go ahead and create the universe that they were hinting at in that ending, no? Exactly. The twist in the game is at the very end. There's actually two twists. No, one is the final boss twist, and the other one is like the ending itself. It just gets really crazy. No, like very few endings get me like going WTF, but this was one of them, right? This was one of them, and in a good way. No. So, like I said, there's a lot that the game does right. There's a whole lot that the game does right, and there's also a whole lot that the game could improve on. So I'm hoping that they take that feedback from, from people that got review copies, from the streamers and all that, right? I'm hoping that they take that and they take it to heart and they actually improve the game, because it is such a promising franchise. This could become the next Souls. Like, not in terms of originality. It's never going to be groundbreaking like that, right? But this could be right up there in terms of quality, right? It's just so good, in spite of the flaws that I've already discussed, right? If they fix that, I'm thoroughly convinced that this is going to be like one hell of a franchise. Really good, It's going to be really good. So, with that, I am going to end the stream because it is almost 10 o'clock. I thank you for watching. Vin, Ina, you're here. Whoever the third person is who's watching, thank you. I really appreciate that. No? Elden Ring open world. It would be nice, honestly, but the problem that I have with that is the setting. No, the setting being parang Victorian. Parang it's going to be hard to come up with a compelling open world. It has to be a high fantasy setting, right? With towns and like forests and caves and mountains to explore and stuff like that, right? Because if it's like, oh, it's a city. Oh, it's another city. Oh, it's yet another city. Oh, it's a tunnel inside the city. Parang it's going to get pretty drab really fast, right? So hopefully that's something that they're able to expand in the DLC, and then when the proper sequel comes along, hopefully they fix all the issues that everyone has talked about with the game, myself included. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, those who are still here. I'm going to end the stream now, and hopefully we can have a bit more fun tomorrow or on Thursday. Yeah, rundown. Actually, RE4 did it quite well, where it branched into one area and a different area and a different area. I might actually stream RE4 one of these days, but, I'll have a think about it. Anyway, thanks, fellas. I appreciate your time and, you putting up with me and my crappy microphone. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you. Have a good night.